KXO, El Centro, California, live and local, just for you. Hey, it's Waffle Week. Yes, let's hear it for the politicians who waffle. Yeah, which way is the wind blowing? That's the way I think. Yeah. Just remember, life is like a waffle. You don't have to fill every square with syrup, okay? Yeah, just so you are aware. It is a Tuesday. We have to keep reminding you. Yeah, it's Tuesday, the 8th day of September, 2020. And a change is coming. Yeah, we made it through the weekend. I'm not sure how. What, Saturday, 121? Yeah, 121 degrees on Saturday, 118 on Sunday. Yeah, yesterday, a mild 113. And today's forecast, we're looking for 101. Break out the sweaters, Mama. Yeah, okay. We've got some weather moving in from the Four Corners region, and that's going to cool things off. But we'll tell you about that. Yeah, stick around. Today is International Literacy Day. Yeah, we'll post something on Facebook and see if you can read it. Okay? Yeah, we can do that. Oh, and on our AM 1230 Crime Watch, in Pennsylvania, a man robbed a pizza restaurant and fled just minutes after he filled out a job application with his real name and address. Yeah. He goes in, he applies for the job, fills out the job application, puts down his real name, his real address, his real phone number, grabs the tip jar containing some $200 and runs. Yeah. Hey, I blame the pandemic, killer asteroids, hurricanes, murder hornets, a lousy economy. No matter what this world throws at us, it's comforting to know there's always a steady supply of stupid criminals. Yes. Yeah, okay, that's me. I just filled out the job application. Oh, yeah, by the way, I just stole the tip jar and ran. Idiots. Okay, birthdays today. Let's celebrate our big shot birthdays. And, here's somebody, Gene, you and I met these guys. Ventriloquist Willie Tyler with his dummy, his buddy Lester. Remember him? He was at the fair.
Lester and what was
Willie Tyler with Lester. Yeah.
You know, for whatever reason, it does not ring a bell.
I will show you a picture later, and we'll celebrate. He's 80 today.
Well, happy birthday, dude.
Okay, Willie is 80. I have no idea how old Lester is. Actor Alan Feinstein is 79. Singer Sal Valentino of the Beau Brummels, 78. Actor Heather Thomas, 63. Actor Thomas Kretschmann is 58. Actor David Arquette, 49. Actor Martin Freeman is 49. Actor Lorenz Tate, 45. Actor Nathan Cordray is 43. Pink is 41. Somehow I think the color has been around longer than that. Actor Jonathan Taylor Thomas is 39. He was on Home Improvement. Tim's Tool Time. He was one of the kids. He's 39.
Was another one of those programs I missed.
Yeah, I don't think he's done anything since then. Actor Gaten Matarazzo is 18. Local birthdays coming up.
The coronavirus is affecting everyone.
Must wear face coverings when out.
But what do I do?
What are you going to do?
When this is all over.
When this is all over.
When this is all over.
What are you going to do?
Going to a concert.
School.
Having dinner with friends.
Take better care of each other.
Support local shops and stores. Offering more help to others.
This should be over soon.
We have Kxo Birthday Wishes going out today to Peter Michael Vasquez, Olga Cabrera, Jesse Carrillo, Jeffrey Wixon, Imelda Estrada, Dan Daniels, Amy Alvarado, Johnny Romero, Stephanie Dadoff, Maria Miranda, Layla Green, Fred Miramontes, Elia Boniface, Clarissa Laguna, Alan Jesse, Crystal Calderon, Eric Estrada, Jessica Grijalva, Erasmo Gonzalez, Anthony Robles, David Lara, Lupita Cardenas, Sergio Rubio, and Yvonne Nod. Happy birthday from Kxo, and many happy returns of the same. Okay, it is a Tuesday. We have to keep reminding people. I don't know why, because all the days seem to be running one right after the other anyway.
Gets that way.
Yes. And for those of you on YouTube, I got a haircut.
Yeah, you did. You finally broke down, huh?
Well, no. I was waiting for Rosanna. And Rosanna,
she was waiting for you.
She was waiting for Pam and I both, yes. And so got a haircut. Thank you, Rosanna. I look almost human again. I feel 10 pounds lighter. I think I look about 10 years younger. And my glasses fit now.
Well, not only that, but you're a lot cooler when you go out in the heat.
Yes. And my hats fit. I couldn't wear any of my ball caps. They didn't fit.
Yep. Too much hair.
Yes. Okay. But we're through. Let's see. An exciting weekend in many, many different ways. But it's over.
Many. Well.
Yes. The haze is due to the fires burning in San Diego County.
Yep, that's what we thought.
Yes. And we're liable to have that haze for quite a while.
What's going to be around today, that's for sure.
Yes. Okay. And a serious change in the weather for the next 2 or 3 days.
And then it gets unserious again.
Well, then it'll warm up a bit again. But, hey, we're almost halfway through September. We expect it up until the middle of September.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Although we've seen it later.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot later. But I don't think this is going to be one of those years.
You never know. Okay. Are you ready for news?
We've got news coming up.
Okay. It's a look at World and California news headlines right now, brought to you by Lock Air Conditioning. They are your year-round comfort specialist. For sales, for service, you call the experts at Lock Air Conditioning.
CBS News Brief. Extreme heat and high winds are flaming wildfires in the west, in Washington State, California, and northern Colorado, where this man barely made it out when the fire suddenly moved in.
The wind, the fire just galloped across a tremendous amount of country and just came right at us like a missile.
And now snow. Meteorologist Jeff Baradelli.
Temperatures yesterday, 93 degrees in Denver. All of a sudden today, they're trading their swim trunks literally for snow boots. And then tomorrow morning, we're expecting around 12 inches plus in the mountains.
A lot of kids are heading back to school this week. In New Jersey, it's a hybrid approach. Sean Spiller of the Education Association wants all remote instruction.
We have a lot of educators who are rightfully scared. We're bringing students back into schools that oftentimes are air systems not up to standard. We've got windows that can't be opened because of safety concerns. And we have hours and hours of indoor contact.
CBS News Brief. I'm Cammie McCormick.
Whatever the weather brings this summer, you can rely on a York Affinity premium system to keep your home cool and comfortable. You'll get maximum efficiency thanks to advanced technology and helping to significantly reduce your energy bill. Plus, you can stay connected via our Wi-Fi-enabled touchscreen thermostat. Yeah, every York unit is designed, engineered, and assembled in the United States and backed by industry-leading warranties, and affordable financing options are available. Call Lock Air Conditioning, your local York dealer, 760-353-4501. That's 353-4501 to schedule a free evaluation of your system. Contractor's license 696-216.
California headline news. Helicopters again trying to land near the scene of the creek fire near Fresno that's trapped dozens of people, with heavy thick smoke preventing rescue helicopters from landing overnight.
They're reconvening, rendezvousing, at different locations, and we're discovering those locations as we speak.
Fire Battalion Chief Tony Escobedo with Fresno Fire. Some rescues have apparently been carried out this morning. Fire crews trying to make progress before the winds pick up later in the day. The Dorado Fire near Yucaipa that's burned thousands of acres was apparently started by a pyrotechnic device used during a gender reveal party. Family members apparently trying to put the fire out.
They tried to use water bottles, which in 4-foot high grass, you're never going to capture a grass fire with that.
Captain Ben Beloy with CAL FIRE saying those family members face misdemeanor and possible felony charges. PG&E began shutting off power to thousands of customers as hot and windy weather spiked the wildfire danger. The utility announcing it'll cut power to about 172,000 customers, mostly Northern California so far. Jeff Scott, California News.
World and California News headlines brought to you this morning by Luck Air Conditioning. For all your air conditioning and sheet metal needs, you call the experts at Luck Air Conditioning.
You and Buddy are enjoying your walk when...
Yeah, I smell that too. I know, don't blame it on the dog. I hear that hissing too. Maybe it's a cat.
No, dude. A sulfur-like odor and hissing can be signs of a natural gas leak. Natural gas lines can be buried anywhere. If you suspect a leak, leave immediately and call 911 and Southwest Gas.
Thanks, deep voice narrator.
You're welcome, dude. You too, buddy.
O'Reilly. Don't miss the Labor Day sale at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Now through September 8th, you can get some great deals like Valvoline Max Life Motor Oil, just $26.95, and get a $10 gift card after mail-in rebate. Or Bosch Pure Vision Wiper Blades. Buy one, get one free. Visit O'Reilly Auto Parts today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. It's page one of the local news. Page one is a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro. Quick Lane, ready to serve.
Taking a look at the latest in local news for a Monday morning, the County Board of Supervisors will be active today. George Gale has the story.
They will not be meeting today. Today is their holiday. Imperial Irrigation District Board of Directors will, however, be meeting today. IID Board will be meeting with staff at the normal time. Public session at 1 o'clock this afternoon. They will have a short action agenda with a lengthy information agenda. Among the information items is a status report on the IID dive team. Because of the current pandemic, the district suggests those interested in the meeting view it via live stream, which is available on the district's website, iid.com/live stream. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
The Imperial Irrigation District announced that consumer conservation has helped avoid rotating power outages for a second day in a row on Monday. Consumer action to conserve energy was key to helping us through the heat wave, said Marilyn Vasquez Gilbert, IID's energy manager. Equally important was the assistance of neighboring utilities who supplied us with energy power during peak demand, as well as the tireless efforts from our dedicated staff who worked around the clock to keep the power on. Due to the continuing heat wave and an increase in energy demands, the district has been urging customers to do their part to cut back on energy use and advising them of the possibility of rotating outages between the hours of 3 and 9 p.m. IID did not have to implement those measures Sunday or Monday. High temperatures are expected to drop this week, but IID will continue to closely monitor the situation and will communicate with customers should another flex alert be issued. KXO News Time, 7:44.
It's Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers for your service needs. Whether it's a lube job, oil and filter change, brake job, battery or wheel balance and alignment, Quick Lane can handle it. And Quick Lane services all makes and all models. Oh, and by the way, you never need an appointment. Tires, all the best brands at the best price. Guaranteed. See your Quick Lane service advisor for details. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in the Brawley Auto Plaza, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and on Imperial Avenue in El Centro, right next to Food for Less.
In other local news, the high school district is offering meals. Here's George Gale with the story.
And there is no charge. Central Union High School District began offering the meals last week. They are for all children 18 years old and younger. Meals had been offered before, but were for their registered students. They are now for all children, and no registration is required. The meals are available from 10:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. every Monday and Wednesday at the campuses of Central Union, Southwest, and Desert Oasis High Schools. Meals are also available at Sacred Heart Catholic Church in Heber, at Sealy Elementary, the Posada del Sol Apartments in El Centro, and the north parking lot of Fraser Field in El Centro. District only asks that students stay in school and their parents pick up the meals on behalf of the students. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
The U.S. Department of Justice has issued a fraud alert for scammers claiming to represent the DOJ. The scammers falsely represent themselves as Department of Justice investigators or employees and obtain or attempt to get personal information during the calls, which seem to target the elderly. They sometimes leave a voicemail with a callback number. The number directs users to a recorded menu that matches the recorded menu for the DOJ main phone number. Eventually, the caller reaches an operator who steers them to someone claiming to be an investigator. That investigator then tries to gain the user's personal information. Those who receive these calls are encouraged not to provide any information, any personal information, and report these scams to the FTC website. Fraud can also be reported to the FBI. That concludes this edition of Local News. Page 2 coming up.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. High school football returns to KXO. We will have classic high school football games every Friday night on KXO AM 1230 and on the KXO YouTube channel. Our broadcast will feature some of the very best games from the KXO archives, concluding with the state championship game between Milpitas and the Southwest Eagles.
Let's play some football!
Classic high school football is brought to you by the Committee to Elect Jason Jackson, El Centro City Council 2020, La Fonda Bar and Grill. The Camacho family takes pride in serving you your favorite Mexican dishes. El Centro RV Service. Keep your RV or trailer in tip-top shape. El Centro RV Service, Dogwood and Ross in El Centro. And this Friday night, San Diego High School, the Central Spartans from November of 2017. Page 2 of the local news and in-depth weather is next. It is brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for life insurance, health insurance, or retirement planning.
Fires continue to be in the news this morning. A valley fire rages on. Here's more on that story.
It began Saturday near Alpine. According to the latest update, the fire has now burned 17,345 acres and was only 3% contained. State has declared a state of emergency in East San Diego County. The fire was reportedly started by a tractor fire near Japatul. It has destroyed 11 structures, including residences. Evacuation orders are still in effect. The evacuation centers have been set up at Steel Canyon High School and at Joan McQueen Middle School. Temporary evacuation for large animals is at the County Animal Services South Shelter in Bonita. No injuries have been reported as yet. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
The Trusted Traveler Program Enrollment Center in Calexico will reopen. According to U.S. Customs and Border Protection officials, conditionally approved Global Entry, Sentry, and Fast South applicants will be able to complete in-person interviews with the Calexico East Port of Entry beginning today, September the 8th. Applicants must schedule interviews in advance by logging into their account on the Trusted Traveler Program website. The Calexico Center is located at the East Port of Entry. Well, we mentioned one fire this morning. There's another, the Dorado Fire. Here's more on that story.
It is only 7% contained, according to the latest update issued Monday morning. The fire had burned 7,386 acres near Yucaipa in San Bernardino County. Imperial County sent a task force late Saturday afternoon. The task force consists of crews from the county, El Centro, NAF, Calexico, and Yuma fire departments. Evacuation orders have been issued with an evacuation center set up at the Yucaipa Community Center. The fire reportedly started from fireworks fired during a gender reveal. There are no reported injuries, no information on structure damage. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
A mosquito pool near Nyland has tested positive for St. Louis encephalitis for a second time. The pool near Knopflinger Road was tested for samples on September 1st, and according to the Imperial County Public Health Department, of 20 pools collected throughout Imperial County, only the Nyland area pool tested positive. The health department says that the vector control program has over 20 traps strategically placed around Imperial County, mostly within city limits. The traps are checked several times a week, and the mosquito pools are collected weekly. Imperial County Public Health Officer Dr. Stephen Muniz said, "It's important for our community to stay vigilant, prevent mosquito breeding, and take precautions to prevent mosquito bites." These positive mosquito pools are evidence that these viruses are present in our community and that residents need to protect themselves and their families. We'll be back with a look at the weather.
David H. West Insurance has been helping residents in Imperial Valley for many years with their insurance needs. David, Jose, and staff are trained professionals who can help you make the right decision with your insurance coverage, from health, Medicare, and most importantly, a life insurance plan. How much life insurance do you need and what's your monthly cost? We'll call David H. West Insurance today to make an appointment and get a free quote on a life insurance plan that's right for you and your family at 760-352-3411. That's 352-3411.
Here's Carroll Buckley with a weather update.
The National Weather Service says a strong storm system is moving out of the northern Rockies into the southwest, and it will bring much cooler temperatures, breezy to windy conditions as well. Drier and warmer conditions gradually move into the region beginning later in this week. 113 our high yesterday, 84 the low. Today, it'll be sunny with a high near 101. South wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming north-northeast 15 to 20 miles an hour, with gusts as high as 35 miles an hour. Widespread haze in the valley due to the fires burning to our west. Tonight, clear with a low around 72. Breezy with a north-northeast wind 5 to 15 miles an hour, becoming northwest after midnight with gusts as high as 25 miles an hour. Wednesday will be sunny with a high near 94, north wind 10 to 15 miles an hour, gusts as high as 35 miles per hour. 84 degrees, but it feels like 90 with 75% relative humidity. Wind out of the southeast at 7 to 10 miles an hour. The haze, smoke from a distant fire. Page 2 of the local news and the weather brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for health insurance plans and Medicare supplemental coverage. David H. West Insurance Services. It's sports time, NBA action. The Celtics wrapped the Raptors 111-89. Celtics lead that semifinal series 3-2. The Clippers topped the Nuggets 113-107. The Clips with a 2-1 advantage in the West semifinals. Major League Baseball, it went 10 innings before the Marlins beat the Braves 5-4. Phillies edged the Mets 9-8 in 10. Twins topped the Tigers 6-2. Cubs, they clubbed the Cardinals 5-1. Mariners over the Rangers 8-4. Nationals ripped the Rays 6-1. Indians 5, Royals 2. Meanwhile, the Blue Jays beat up on the slumping Yankees 12-7. Giants over the Diamondbacks 4-2. Athletics shut out the Astros 6-0. And the Padres, with a walk-off in the bottom of the ninth, the Padres beat the Rockies 1-0.
Aiton Express in Imperial is your one-stop convenience store with full-service car wash, gas, and diesel. It's the place for all your snacks, cold drinks, and ice-cold beer. While you're there, get your vehicle washed and save $1 with 8 gallons of gas or diesel and get the 10th car wash free. Yes, Aiton Express is your one-stop convenience store at corner of Highway 86 and Aiton Road in Imperial.
Open 24 hours a day for your convenience.
We've got NFL football starting this Sunday. It'll be the Raiders. Actually, we've got Thursday night football this week on AM 1230. Sunday, it's the Raiders. And the Raiders have placed backup quarterback Marcus Mariota in injured reserve with an undisclosed injury. Well, that's it for Sports Time. Financial news coming up.
Let's talk about it, bringing community mental health issues to your radio. Listen each Sunday morning to Kxo AM 1230 at 7 a.m. and now on Sunday evening at 7 p.m. on FM 107.5. Or log on to kxoradio.com for a 5-minute podcast highlight of the show or the show in its entirety. This program is produced by the Public Affairs Department of Kxo AM 1230 and FM 107.5. Let's Talk About It is presented as a public service of Imperial County Behavioral Health Services.
Right now, it's financial news and a brief look at the weather, all brought to you by Roto-Rooter, Imperial Valley's Roto-Rooter. When drains don't work, they do. The markets, well, continuing their tech sell-off. The market down, right now, 470 points, the Dow anyway, at 27,665. The S&P 500 off 61. At 33.65, and the tech-heavy NASDAQ is off 255 points at 11,057. Gold down $6.10 an ounce. Oil off $3.28 a barrel. Meanwhile, Tesla stock dropped significantly. The S&P 500 added 3 companies to their list, and Tesla was not one of them. Meanwhile, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell said the Senate plans to vote on what he called a targeted coronavirus stimulus bill as soon as this week. He did not specify what the relief legislation will include, but he said it will focus on health care, education, and the economy. Democrats have opposed the developing Senate plan as the parties stand divided over how best to provide aid during the coronavirus pandemic. We mentioned Tesla stocks sliding. Yeah, 13%. Yeah. Which, among other things, helped trigger last week's sell-off. Their $5 billion stock offering last week didn't help either. KXO News Time is 7:58.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialists. Roto-Rooter offers full services from hydrojetting to camera inspection. Water heaters, faucets, garbage disposals, anything that's clogged up. They'll take care of the problem right. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 53 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789. That's 352-6789 or 344-2533 in the North End. Roto-Rooter. When drains don't work, we do.
It will be sunny today with a high near 101, south wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, then becoming north-northeast 15 to 20 miles an hour. Winds could gust as high as 35 miles per hour. Look for widespread haze because of areas of smoke coming in from the coast. Tonight, clear with a low around 72, north-northeast wind 5 to 15 miles an hour, becoming northwest after midnight. Winds could gust as high as 25 miles an hour. Wednesday will be sunny with a high near 94. North wind 10 to 15 miles an hour, gusting up to 35 miles per hour. 84 degrees downtown, 75% our relative humidity. Wind out of the southeast at 7 to 10 miles per hour. Well, that's it for financial news and a brief look at the weather, brought to you this morning by Roto-Rooter in El Centro and Brawley. Remember, when drains don't work, they do. Yeah. Call Roto-Rooter when you need them.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro on AM 1230. KXO.
CBS News is next. It is brought to you by El Centro Regional Medical Center. We're ready and open to serve your family.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Capital One Bank.
I'm Steve Kathan. Flames char the landscape in western states. In Northern California, CBS's Jonathan Vigliotti is covering a major fire northwest of Sacramento.
Thousands of people are under a mandatory evacuation. Those orders are expected to expand today as this fire continues to expand more than 130,000 acres and growing this morning.
Well, power's been shut off in some places because the fear is new fires could be sparked by lines that come down in strong winds. Cindy Osborne lives in Nevada City, where power was cut.
It really, to be honest with you, sucks. I mean, it's so difficult. The kids have already had a hard time.
Well, major drug companies have signed a pledge to carry out COVID-19 vaccine tests to the fullest. No shortcuts. President Trump has suggested there might be a vaccine before Election Day. CBS's Paula Reed says one state on the president's itinerary today has a Democratic governor who's imposed a public mask order.
President Trump heads to Florida and then North Carolina later today. One of the top Republicans in the county that the president is visiting in North Carolina is encouraging the president to wear a mask during his visit and follow the governor's order. He advises the president that when in Rome, do as the Romans do, and when in North Carolina, do as the governor says.
Well, the president's been active on Twitter today, condemning Democrats for what he calls their virus shutdowns. Members of Congress are back in Washington, but there's no indication any deal on coronavirus relief is close. White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows tells Fox Business,
"There's more that we agree upon than what we disagree upon, and I think it's time that we put politics aside, pass this stimulus, actually allow it to come to the president's desk."
Well, the betting was once a pandemic recovery took hold, oil prices would rise again, but new outbreaks around the world have prices falling. Industry analyst Phil Flynn says oil fell below $41 a barrel in trading today.
The selling in the concerns about the Saudis cutting the price for crude, basically raising issues about concerns about demand with rising supplies, but also concerns about the overall health of the OPEC plus production cut.
The tech sell-off deepens on Wall Street. Business analyst Jill Schlesinger.
The selling in the technology sector does seem to be picking up some speed. NASDAQ stocks, the composite is looking at nearly a correction, which is defined as a 10% slide. The NASDAQ 100, the 100 largest stocks in the NASDAQ, actually is already down by more than 10%.
And checking Wall Street, the Dow is down 432. The NASDAQ's down more than 250. This is CBS News.
Brought to you by Capital One. Capital One's banking app lets you manage your money anytime, anywhere. This is banking reimagined. What's in your wallet? Capital One N.A.
When you get your flu shot at Walgreens, you don't just leave with a bandage. You leave with a badge of honor. Because it means you don't just help protect yourself. You fight for the safety of the ones you love. It proves you'll do no matter what for those who matter most. Get your free flu shot with most insurance today at Walgreens and get a $5 coupon off same-day purchases of $15. Be a flu fighter. Defend your crew against the flu. Walgreens. Not valid in Arkansas, New Jersey, or New York. See coupon for restrictions. Vaccine subject to availability.
Finding the next job is a big job, and that part of what you do is a little tough right now. Because of that, Lowe's for Pros is here to help. Get $400 in leads on us with a free 1-year subscription from Home Advisor to connect to jobs that make sense for you. Sign up at lowesforpros.com/pro-loyalty to get started. Just one more reason why Lowe's is the new home for pros. Now let's get to work. Subscription and $400 lead credit subject to Home Advisor's approval and terms. Valid for new Home Advisor customers only. Lowe's loyalty required. More terms apply. Valid through 9/9 U.S. only.
A sheriff's deputy in Georgia had an encounter with a most unusual suspect.
It's a kind of my dog ate my homework story with a goat that wasn't kidding around.
A sheriff's deputy delivering civil papers in Douglasville, Georgia, returned to her patrol car to find an eager and hungry new driver. The animal had climbed into the open driver's door and chomped on paperwork before knocking over a drink. The agitated goat headbutted the deputy before its daring escape. The deputy was not seriously hurt. Jim Crisula, CBS News.
Well, Poland's ruling party leader has called for all political groups and their supporters to back a proposed law stepping up animal rights protections in that country. This comes after a hidden camera video emerged from a mink farm in Poland. A 2017 effort to toughen animal cruelty laws failed. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
At El Centro Regional Medical Center, we're ready and open to care for you and your family. We want to assure you that ECRMC is doing everything possible to keep you safe and healthy. As part of these efforts, we now offer the convenience of telemedicine. Skip the waiting room and visit your doctor on your phone, tablet, or computer instead. Don't delay the care you need. Make an appointment today by calling us at 760-482-5000. ECRMC, open to care.
CBS News, brought to you by El Centro Regional Medical Center. ECRMC, open to care.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio.
Present to you with this year's Choice YouTuber Award,
Carroll Buckley.
Prepare to get rocked.
That was unbelievable.
AM 1230 KXO. 1230 KXO.
Well.